Hello. So I have received a couple questions about the final project, Part B, number 4, which asks you to take everything that you have collected in Part B and to put it into one table. So this is something that you have already been doing. So I just want to sort of remind you of some of the things that you've already learned how to do to bring some of the anxiety down with respect to that question. So this is an example of something that you might have already created in the final project. This is obviously for different data. So for example, I have low birth weight and I'm presenting it by categories of smoking status. So I have low birth weight, non-low birth weight versus yes low birth weight among those who are non-smokers and among those who are smokers. I've also calculated the racial distribution among those who are smokers and among those who are non-smokers. And this is just an example of descriptive statistics for a continuous variable that I've already calculated. You've already done this using Excel Stat for those who are smokers equal to 0, and those who are smokers equal to 1. So all I'm asking you to do is just to put everything in one table. So basically, you'll just, I'm going to do it in this spreadsheet for the ease of just showing you how to do it, but you just make a column header. So we can say smokers and we can say non-smokers. And then you're essentially just going to transpose your data. So if I'm presenting things on low birth weight, I'll write low birth weight here and say no low birth weight. And yes, low birth weight. You can name your categories whatever you want. Just going to move all of this over by 1. And I'm just going to transpose my data. So here I see that I have 74.1%. And here I see, based on what I calculated over here, that I have 25.9%. And here I calculated 61%. And here I calculated 38.96%. Now I want to show you a couple things. You'll notice that for some of these I typed over 2 decimal places, and like in this example, in this one I typed over 1 decimal place, but it added a decimal. And so if you recall, we learned how to change the decimal points that are presented using this little nifty function in Excel. So you can decrease the decimal places that are reported, or you can increase them. And you just have to highlight your cells and either increase or decrease, okay? And so that's all you're going to do for the next group, race. I'll add in black, other, white, age. And so for race, I'm just going to also transpose those numbers into these boxes. And then for age, I'm going to present 23.35 plus or minus 26. The 5.54. That would actually be 5.5. Plus or minus can be shown like that, or you can put an underline under your plus sign, or you can just put it in parentheses. So you have a lot of flexibility with whatever it is that you do. And the only thing that you want to keep in mind is that if you're presenting relative frequencies, you need to have a little percent sign. And if you're presenting a mean and a standard deviation, you just want to define someplace in your table how you're doing that. So you might want to put at the bottom of your table, mean, standard deviation. And there's an example of how you can do this in the example table that's referenced in the final project. If you have any questions, please let me know. Lastly, you can copy and paste this into your Word document. You can copy Control C. Sorry, you can copy and paste it into a new sheet. If you want it in a new sheet, you can copy and paste it into a Word document, which is what you're going to be presenting for your final. So those are also things that you all know how to do. All right, thank you. Let me know if you have more questions.